Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Road Nation. I know we started a little late. I know. Me and Hendo we're discussing some things before we got the show started. All right, but we're here. It's Monday. We are in the thick of that dead period of the NFL. Okay, this is the time where not a whole lot's going on. We got you covered. We still got something to talk about. We got some things to talk about here. All right. We're going to have some fun. We like to have fun this off season. All right. So let's get some morning shout outs. We got Michael Akins. Good morning.
Morning.
Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Dr. Kush. Good morning. Showing love on both channels. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Shout out.
Dance fan. Showing love on both channels. Look at this.
Is that a Michael Jackson dance fan?
Yeah. Kamel Moody. Oh, we got to talk about that. You saw the movie, right?
Yeah, boy.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm about to check it out. Nigerian Nightmare Salute says, Good morning, my unkindness family. Let's have a great week. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. All right. We got, I said, dance fan showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. It is what it is. Salute.
Biggie.
Yes, Nigerian Nightmare showing love on both channels. Indeed. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Salute.
Looking.
Tori Trogdon, salute. Good morning. Corey Hunt showing love on both channels. Salute.
Gang.
We got Tori showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. We got Bazel, who was a member for 8 months.
Ghost, appreciate you.
Salute. Good morning. We got Just Aloe. Good morning, Just Aloe.
What's up?
And Unkind Ravens fan. Good morning. This is good morning, y'all. Calais Campbell is. Maybe we can get Jadeveon Clowney back as well. Oh, you mean Campbell's back? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll see. Do we need Jadeveon Clowney?
I mean, I'm looking at the roster, right? And I actually did a video. I haven't finished editing on way too early 53-man roster projection. And I was looking at the edge room and was like, it's cool, but we might be able to use some help.
I ain't mad at it if we get them, right? I ain't mad at it. So maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
We could have been here, but whatever. McKnight, good morning. Just Al, yes, I'd rather have Diggs than Clowney, no doubt.
100%.
No doubt. But why not both? All right. We gonna act like we can't afford both of them?
But see, that could be a deal in the works with Clowney. He doesn't like doing training camp and all that other stuff. So he'll wait till the end to decide what team he's gonna play for. We don't know. He might have reached out to us, we might have reached out to him, and there may be a deal in place, and we just wait to announce it later on. Who's to say? You muted yourself.
My bad. I was trying to tell Ferris I got him in 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Kabashi, good morning. Good morning. We got Devin, Janelle, Konnichiwa. Yes, good morning. Newer Site Sports, good morning. Let's see. OJ Stoical showing love on both channels.
Indeed, appreciate you.
And Unkind Ravens fan showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Tanja, good morning.
Good morning.
Reese, good morning.
Hey, Reese.
FBG MDK, good morning. JR, good morning.
What's up?
Harry, good morning.
Appreciate you.
Got Coach in that house. Salute, Coach.
What's up, Coach?
Good morning. Let's see. Mr. Chad, good morning.
Good morning.
Killers in the house. It's Ola Jose. Let's see. And Queso Hendo.
What's up, Cam?
He said cheese.
Right. What's up, Cam?
David Kessler, good morning. Grails, good morning. Imani, what's going on? Good morning.
Hey.
Showing love on both channels. Appreciate you, Imani.
Hey.
Matt D in the house. What's going on?
What's up?
We got Brandon
Israel.
Okay.
Brando
Israel. Okay. Showing love on both. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate that. All right. Kobe's in the house. What's up, Kobe?
Hey, Kobe.
We got Keto Laura,
Laura.
Baltimore. Good morning. Joey, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
All right. Michael Hawthorne's here. Ty
Yes.
Riggs is here. Salute.
Morning.
Who else is here? Coach showing love on both channels. Appreciate that.
Indeed.
Jay, good morning.
What's up?
We got Narone Taylor. Good morning. Samuel Banks. Good morning. Y'all showing out. Okay. Big boy. Good
Big
morning.
boy.
Okay. Let me go ahead and bring Ferris up here. Let's change this. Oh, no, never works out. Here we go.
It doesn't.
Ooh.
There we go. Oh, why this thing? Hold on.
Oh my
There
God.
it is. It's here. There we go.
Oh, Ferris.
Good morning, Ferris.
I'm good. How is everyone?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, man. It's a great day. It was a great day yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, man. My soccer team won.
Okay.
My basketball team won.
Okay.
My other basketball team won.
Nice.
And I saw
Well, it kind of sucked for me because
and I saw the second basketball team. I saw them in person opening night. Great atmosphere. Shout out to Valhalla. Shout out to WNBA.
You saw them, huh?
Shout out to WNBA, man. Shout out to them. And it was Mother's Day, so when I was out there, I bought my mother a gift.
Nice.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. All right. Hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. Okay.
That was supposed to be the second part of her gift, but she didn't want this part.
Oh.
She's like, "That's ugly." And then I'll take the jacket though. I was like, "Cool with me."
There you go.
You gotta give mama what she wants.
Yeah, exactly.
My basketball day sucked yesterday. The Nets, the balls did not bounce their way. Ended up with the 6th pick overall. This is why I hate the lottery.
Yeah.
Hey man, this is why I love the lottery, because the Pacers got screwed, and I'm thoroughly happy. So it was really a great deal. So they were the second worst team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where'd they end up?
So if they didn't end up, their pick end up in the top 4, that pick goes to the Clippers. If it was at 5. So the Clippers get the 5th pick in the draft.
Wow.
I was really happy. I was like, suck it, Indiana.
This is what they need to get rid of in the NBA. So, some of these teams, I mean, the Pacers are going to compete again next year. Like, everybody was hurt, but
right.
And they purposely tanked. Like
if you're the Nets, they don't own their pick next year, so they're not gonna try to tank. But it's like, this is why teams keep staying bad right here. This is how bad teams stay bad, when they're trying to tank and they don't get the player that they're looking for.
Yep.
You gotta keep tanking. There's no other way to get better.
Jose, you have the 5 picks we gave you, man. Just use them right, baby.
Oh, we will. Don't you worry. This is short. These are short-term problems. Because look, listen.
Knicks gave you everything.
Enjoy
we
your
gave
run
you
now.
everything, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
2027, 2020,
You mean 2035? You mean 2035? Yeah. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
2035, when all the 4 French guys, all the 4 French 19-year-olds you drafted are gonna finally pan out.
That's right. Hey, Kobe Pruitt, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Says, I feel much better about this team if we got Diggs, and the battle was between Bate, Tez, Lane, and Surratt for wide receiver 3 and 4. Bate was wide receiver 2. As wide receiver 2, just feels bad. Agreed. I know a lot of people have faith in him. I know they think he'll bounce back. The performance he put on last year, I don't buy it. I don't believe it. But he has an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
People talking about opportunities. We keep talking about opportunity around here. He has an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
He can go out there and win that battle. But yes, I agree. You bring in Diggs, so there's no projection. There's no guessing. We know what Diggs is about, even if he's not the same Diggs 100%. I mean, he's still pretty damn good.
Right.
And then let the rest of them battle it out for those other positions. I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I'll take that all day. And then he's another year removed from the injury, and he was a 1,000-yard receiver last year. So for him to come in to have 2 number 1s and let everybody battle it out for 3, 4, and 5, yeah, I'll take that all day. Then, just me personally being greedy, I'll take the Tyreek Hill, let him rest up for the first half of the season, and then bring him in for the playoffs. Give me that all day.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that either. I ain't mad at that. All right. Ashley, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for coming through. Zico Kage, salute.
Nephew.
Salute. Who else came in here? Let's see. B Quest Media Company.
Okay.
It's top of the morning, fellas. Good morning, Jose, Hendo, Ferris, and Chats. Salute. Salute to you. Stu Wap, I see you.
What's up?
Almost sneezed there. Almost sneezed. I held it.
I hate that.
Yeah. All right. So big news. Big news. Even though it's the off season, we have the schedule coming out May 14th. That is Thursday, right after Wednesday, which is the 13th, which is my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ferris.
What?
Sorry.
I'm not gonna be here.
Sorry. I said I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
Wait,
it.
isn't Coach's birthday this Thursday? Was
Yeah,
that last Thursday?
No. I think 14th is his birthday.
It's his birthday.
It is his birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And more importantly, Jasmine's birthday was yesterday. So,
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Happy birthday, Jazz.
yeah,
Listen,
she's in New York.
Taurus month is the best month. Taurus takes over. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Taurus is taking over. All right. That's just how it is. Adam Shanks, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. But yes, so the 14th, the schedule's coming out, which means we'll probably stream.
Hold up. Let me check my schedule real quick.
Yeah, Hendo check in. He's like, oh wait, he's like, hold on a second. I was not aware of this.
No, I knew this. It's like they keep switching my schedule from week to week. And some days I'm off Wednesdays, some days I'm off Thursdays. So I need to see if I'm off on the 14th. But I'm off on the 14th. Let's go.
Yes. Happy birthday, Jasmine. They're showing love to Jasmine in the
yes,
chat.
Indeed. My baby's 32.
Oh man.
Ooh, man.
Yes.
Y'all really believe that stuff?
What stuff?
The astrological signs.
I believe that it's true that Capricorns in the beginning of the year, and we are true born leaders. I believe all that. Yes.
Okay. What do you think I am?
A fair sign.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I can tell you what every I know Tauruses are supposed to be stubborn.
I'm a Leo.
All be stubborn as hell. All right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Facts. If y'all know Jose,
you are stubborn.
Facts.
Yes.
You don't know me, Ferris.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 years of friendship don't count.
Listen, it's funny. It's funny because me and B we'd be at work and we'll be talking about YouTube and all this stuff, and he'll be like, "Yeah, we got this coming up." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna do it." And he's like, "I'm not doing that. I don't feel like it." I'm like, "Jose's gonna make you," and he's like, "No, he's not." Because when he leaves, I start talking again, and I'm like, "Whatever, whatever."
Every now and then my Debo comes out, but like, yeah, we doing it. We're doing it.
Here we are.
I'll be quiet.
Yolanda,
I'll be
good
quiet
morning.
again.
Good morning.
I'll be quiet again.
Good morning.
Getting up.
Some things are important, man. Like the schedule release is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
All right. So I mean, we know the opponents that we're playing, but we know when we play them, and we can kind of get an idea of matchups, when they're going to happen. Are they coming off a bye? Time of the year it is, because those things are important. Like, are we playing these teams? I mean, granted, the way the schedules are, we do schedule now. We're playing our division games towards the end of the year. Right. They like to do that to make sure teams aren't trying to tank. But things line up nicely for us. Maybe a couple of those games, we can kind of coast a little bit.
Hey man, you know what's crazy about the release schedule? Because they release your opponents, right? They just don't tell you when you're facing your opponents. So the strength of the schedule.
Right.
You know who has the hardest strength of schedule in the NFC East?
Who?
The worst team in the NFC East, the New York Giants. You want to know who has the easiest?
Happen?
You want to know who has the easiest schedule out of all the NFC East?
The commies.
The only team that actually made the playoffs,
Eagles?
the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles.
How does that make sense? Someone tell me how that makes sense, everybody.
Appreciate y'all.
How does the fourth place team have the hardest? How does that happen?
Don't they base that off of probably because the division you played this year, and then they're supposed to base it off of who made the playoffs, right?
No, it's based off of where you rank in a division. So if you win, if you take first place, you play first place teams from other divisions, and then they move from there. So theoretically, you should have the hardest schedule in your division, but somehow first y'all did it again. Y'all just make your own.
Tell me,
make your own lane.
Someone tell me for like the 4th year in a row we have the hardest schedule and we have the hardest schedule in our division.
But
But
you have the best coach in the NFL, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Excuse me. You got John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
You got Harbaugh.
Sean McVay is not New York.
You got Bo Scatterby.
You got a leader of men.
Yes. Oh, yes. You got Patrick Gard. What more?
Yeah, Patrick Gard. Yeah.
Daniel Falele. What more do you need?
You got Isaiah Likely, who somebody put in a comment on one of my videos. He's one of the best tight ends in the league, and me and B were smoking crack because we didn't say that on our video.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to say.
And I was just like, well, damn, bro.
Yeah,
like, first he lied and said that we said he wasn't anybody. I said, well, we didn't say that in the video. He was like, well, you're saying, well, what if he doesn't work out in New York? I'm like, okay, well, that's different than saying he's nobody. And he's like, oh, you're just acting, you're like he didn't have the opportunity in Baltimore. He just didn't have the opportunity, and he's going to show you in New York that he's one of the best ever. And I'm just like, all right, man. All right, go over to the Giants page and go glaze him over there. All right, like that's where he's at now. I don't know what you want me to say.
Come to Good Friends Better Rivals. Hit that like.
Facts.
Hit that subscribe.
Facts.
We're at 400. We're at 420.
There you
Blaze
go.
up.
Listen.
Let's get to 425.
Blaze up. There you go. Ferris, do you think Isaiah Likely is one of the best tight ends in the league?
Are we saying top 5, top 10?
Bruh, one of the best tight ends in the league.
No, because we don't know yet.
How dare you, Ferris?
Right.
How dare you?
Why?
I think you should have started transitioning over to him, because I think towards the end of Mark Andrews' contract, and it should have dovetailed. You should have dovetailed it into Isaiah Likely, because I was a big fan of him from Coastal Carolina, and now I think you should have given him more opportunity. Like Harbaugh said, he had his guy, and he was going to make sure his guy got his.
It's in Baltimore.
Exactly. It was like the famous incident in the 1986 World Series where they put in Bill Buckner at first base. He was old. His knees were rickety. He couldn't play no defense, but the manager was going to win with his guys on the field. He puts Bill back on the field. Guess what happened? Ball goes right between his legs because he was old and his knees were rickety. Boston loses. John wanted his guy, Mark Andrews, to be the guy, but he should have transitioned. Should have moved on to the younger, more athletic tight end. And when he did get the opportunities, he was successful, in my opinion, but he didn't get enough. And in New York, he should be tight end 1. Because I'm sorry, Chris Manhertz, everyone knows when he's in the game, it's a run. Everyone knows. I know. My mama knows. My grandma knows. Even my dad, who doesn't watch football, he knows. Everybody knows. Theo Johnson can't catch anything. A little 5-yard hitch, wide open, through his hands like he just had 8 pounds of butter on his popcorn. Isaiah Likely should be tight end 1, should be the main target when Malik Neighbors comes back. Because in the modern day NFL, tight ends can be receiver, like pass catcher 1. So I have hopes, but not the best yet. Hopes.
There you go. Hater Ferris right
evidence.
There. Right. So Ferris, are you team Johnny Glaze or not?
No, I don't glaze nobody.
All right.
There you go.
Pause.
There you go. Kobe, appreciate the super chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cowherd saying Herbert is better than Lamar is wild. No. He also said Burrow has no help. Nope. Lamar would have no respect if it wasn't for the disrespect. Cowherd is very calculated with the things he says. This is 100% fraudulent statement by Colin Cowherd. And by now, we all understand how the media works, right? Colin Cowherd is that person that'll tell you, look, say something controversial, even if you don't believe it, to get clicks up. Colin Cowherd doesn't believe that.
Yep.
Like, that's why I wasn't even going to address it. That wasn't even something that was even on my radar, right? Because all he wants is engagement. That's all he wants. This is just a media thing. You know what I'm gonna start doing? Every year, this is what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start doing our overrated list in the media. You know, we're gonna start doing that.
Let's
We're
go.
gonna start doing that. This is why, even though I don't care about it. We discussed the Diana Rossini thing. I don't care. I don't think it's anybody's business really what goes on between those two.
Right.
But the media always loves like they love this slop in the off season. But when the light is pointed at them, then they don't like that. But hey, you get what you get.
Right.
You get what you get. But Colin Cowherd saying that, we all know that's some BS. There's nothing to discuss here. Like Herbert, nobody's saying Herbert is better than Lamar. Nobody's saying that.
Nobody mentions him.
Nobody's saying Burrow's better than Lamar at this point because he's not on the field nearly enough to have that discussion.
Right.
And last year he was hinting that maybe he's going to quit soon.
Right. And Jose, you said
with his no help.
But yeah, you said it enough. You want some clicks? Mention Lamar and disrespect him. Disrespecting anybody else doesn't get you views. And Cowherd is actually one of the few journalists or one of the few talk show hosts out there that said, "Hey, I was wrong about Lamar. Everything I said about him coming out the draft, I was totally wrong." And he did a whole segment on it. Now you come out and say, "Oh yeah, he's the fifth best QB in the league." Well, last year you was like, "Lamar's it. I think he's gonna get it done." Like they just doing it for clicks because it's slow right now. There is literally nothing really to talk about in sports. So you got to make stuff up to get people to still view.
Yeah, not because y'all remember.
Hold on. Nitro says, what's going on? Nitro says Cowherd isn't the only one saying that. Yeah, I know. It's a Lamar market. That's how it works. Like Cowherd is the first to say it because he's smarter than than a lot of these people, Right. But they're all doing the same thing. It's what do they want to what are they gonna talk about this week? What are they gonna talk about? I mean, yes, we could talk about the schedule. There are things to talk about, but they want to get the most clicks possible. They want to maximize their clicks. So they are going to mention Lamar, and they're going to mention Lamar in a negative way, right? Because that's going to get engagement more than anything.
Because the first thing that's going to happen is people going to run over there and comment, "What you mean? That's disrespect. Oh, that's crazy." Like that's the first thing people going to do. And they sit back laughing like, "God, again," for the ninth year in a row.
Yeah, man. Like Mike Preston literally said he lied to y'all for y'all to read his article.
Yeah.
Your own one of your own, like I guess beat reporter, I guess.
He's Baltimore's hater.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Like he lied and admitted. I remember a couple of months ago we were talking about Cam Newton's top 10, right? And we were like, people were like, "Oh, where's Jalen Hurts? Where is he?" And then someone said, Lamar Jackson is what? See what he put him at, like 5th or something, or 4th or something. I don't remember. And everyone got mad at that. But then Jose pointed out on stream, why isn't anybody mad that Patrick Mahomes is 3rd?
Right.
Right.
Like that's the thing, right? Everyone talked about Lamar. Everyone was like, "Where's
everybody
Jalen
went to
Hurts?"
Lamar? Yeah.
And then you're just like, "Wait, Patrick Mahomes is 3rd?
Yeah.
He's better than Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes
he's winning so much. Yeah. He's winning so much. Winning has gotten old.
Exactly. Exactly. Like because literally we were having this argument.
He's done that already.
Yeah, like we were having this conversation, and then Jose literally breaks my brain, and he said, "Why are we talking about the Patrick Mahomes is 3rd?" And I'm like, "That's true. He's 3rd."
Right. And we had 100 shows on the disrespect of Jalen Hurts. And they like Patrick Mahomes
was 3. He was 3.
We don't
3
care
was
what
too
we
low.
think about him. He's gonna win.
Yeah, no, because honestly, man, 1 and 2. I think he's 1. I'm surrounded by a bunch of Ravens fans. Y'all think he's 2 because y'all think Lamar is 1. Okay, fine. That's the way I want to think. Sure. I think he's 1 until someone truly knocks him off of his perch, and hasn't really done that.
That's how we treat SBK was cracking up. That's how we treat. That's how we treat Pat Mahomes. Like 3 Super Bowls, nobody talks about that. They're just like, well, you can't do it 4 times,
right?
Not this year. Okay, like it's just like yeah, whatever. We know it's like, all right, but that person that's got a little money, like they showing off stuff. It's like, yeah, all right, man, we know we know you got a nice job, you got a nice car, all right, man, whatever. Like you just pretend like you just stop hitting them up, they try to talk to you like, yeah, anyway. Like that's how we do it with Pat Mahomes, right? But Pat Mahomes is the guy.
That's standard. Like, oh, you've only been to 5 Super Bowls. Can you get to 6?
Pretty much.
It's like, well, what do you want from the man?
Right. You already got 3. That's more than most quarterbacks in the NFL history.
That's
I think
crazy.
the only I think the only quarterbacks that have more than him are
Joe Montana,
Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Tom.
of course.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not too many of them.
That's it. Because he's tied with Troy.
Mm-hmm.
He has more than Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
He has more than Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Dan has 0. John has 2. Elway, sorry.
Should have been 3.
It should have been 3. Well, it should have been 4, but then he got blown out twice.
No, I'm talking about the year before they won it when they lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs. They had the best team.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
They should have been 3.
Yeah, so like there's only 3 people with more Super Bowls than him. Just 3
in history in 100 plus years.
Yeah,
and we just like
yeah, and he's not done.
Yeah, he had a down year last year because I think the offensive coordinator and the head coach, there was some miscommunication there. Very clearly that their receiving core was extremely underwhelming, and their supposed replacement for Tyreek Hill, their Xavier Worthy, hasn't lived up to anything. And then you got the old guy.
What's up? World Class says Lamar had 2 interceptions in a playoff game. Quote: He'll never win a Super Bowl. Josh Allen has 4, almost 6. He's the number 1 QB in the NFL. How's that work? You know how that works. You know how that works.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Steve has 3. Technically.
So we talk about.
As the starter, he has 1.
Yeah, he has 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like the worst thing that could happen was the Chiefs missed the Super Bowl. Worst thing that could happen because they're going to retool. They're going to do everything they need to do to get back, because now they have to build a team without Patrick Mahomes being in the equation, or at least they think.
Well, the worst thing that could happen, I mean, not for Josh because they'll keep making excuses, but the rest of us, history will look back on it. Mahomes didn't make the Super Bowl. He made the playoffs, and then Lamar didn't make the playoffs, and Josh Allen still didn't get it done.
Joe Burrow didn't make the playoffs.
Joe Burrow didn't make the playoffs. So all your ops didn't make the playoffs, and you still
got outplayed by Bo Nix.
And you played your worst football ever.
Outplayed by Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Bo.
Nitro says, all I'm saying is they try very hard to get Allen, Burrow, and Herbert to be unquestioned top 3, and it's nasty. Pat Mahomes, Lamar, and Jalen Hurts are the most decorated QBs right now. I don't even think they're trying to hype up these guys because they never talk about them. They're simply trying to create controversy, right? They're just Burrow, Allen, Herbert. They're just being used as tools to spark up debate, because you never really get that conversation with any of them about how good they are. There's no scrutiny or anything like that. Even when they play great football, they don't get talked about.
Right.
It's just like, Burrow had 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great game. Let's get back to Lamar.
Right.
Like they don't because you guys don't care about those guys. Only those local fan bases care about those guys. The national football fan base in general, they're just like whatever. They don't.
Fair question.
Doesn't mean anything to them.
Question: does Justin Herbert have a playoff win in his life?
Nope.
No, really. They don't seem to mention that. They don't.
I also think saying Joe Burrow's 3 isn't outrageous to me. I just don't think, you know what I mean? So that's fine with me. You can have an argument him at 3 when he's fully healthy. I just think 1 and 2 are it's very clear who 1 and 2 is, in my opinion. It's very clear. You can make an argument for 3. Buffalo can make an argument for Josh or Joe. That's an argument. I don't think it's an outrageous statement. But yeah, if they're trying to make Joe, Allen, and Herbert 1, 2, and 3, that is just a lie, and it's clickbait, and they want you to get angry. Joe at 3, you can make an argument for it. You can. It's not outrageous in my opinion. But
I get that, but you can't make an argument in my book. Only because 2021, 2022, when Lamar Jackson was injured, that was the reason that he couldn't be catapulted into the top 3, because he was injured too much. Now you have to use that same logic and that same reasoning for Joe Burrow. You have to use that same reason for Joe Burrow. He has not stayed healthy for multiple seasons. or consecutive seasons. So you can't put him in the top 3 if he's never on the field. I don't care how talented he is. I don't care what his numbers say. If he can't play in consecutive years, and he hasn't done anything since that Super Bowl run, we can talk about it, which is impressive. He took a team with no offensive line to a Super Bowl. But after that, what has he done? He hasn't been to the playoffs in 4 years. How are you gonna put a quarterback that has 2 of the best wide receivers in the league, and you can't make it to the playoffs, especially last season when the AFC North was on a down year?
Facts.
That's valid. That's valid. You know what? Drop him at 3. That's a valid statement. See, guys, this is how you do it. When more information comes out, you can change your mind.
All right. Look, we're going to start some controversy of our own over here. Okay, how about that? We're going to do some things to get some clicks. But before we do that, we started. Hold on, Ferris. I said, hold that thought.
You got it.
LBHTShow.com. Go over there, sign up for the newsletter. We're going to start teasing the poll question beforehand. So if you look on my community tab, on Lunch Break Hot Takes community tab, we posted the poll questions for the week. All right. And people started commenting on there. I saw people commenting. Your vote does not count unless you vote in the newsletter. The poll question will be in the newsletter. This week's poll question: what movie is best representative of its sport? Right? Which movie represents its sport the best, the most accurately? We got Miracle, Friday Night Lights, Moneyball, Blue Chips. All right. Out of those sports, which one best represents its sport? All right. Miracle, Friday Night Lights, Moneyball, Blue Chips. So think about that. Go over to LBHTShow.com. The newsletter comes out this afternoon. When it comes out, scroll down a little bit. You'll see the poll. Click on it, and you can vote on the poll. All right. And then we're going to discuss the results on Wednesday. Good fellas. Friday Night Lights. I love Friday Night Lights.
I mean, it's a bit of a problem because 2 of these movies are massive. There's massive fabrications in these films.
These aren't documentaries, Ferris. We're asking which one best represents its sport.
Right. God's favorite. You ain't seen Friday Night Lights?
That's crazy, family.
Listen.
That's crazy.
For an older movie, you gotta watch that.
It's a phenomenal film. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I can overlook the historical inaccuracies.
Yeah, it shows you.
Yeah.
How crazy high school football is.
Texas, especially
in Texas, or down south, but especially in Texas. How competitive it is, bro.
Yeah.
So
that's
I like Varsity
question.
Blues. We all like Varsity Blues. Did it best represent its sport? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But those are your options. Those are your options. Go over to the poll. Right, the poll comes out this afternoon.
Thanks, Coach.
If you're not signed up to the newsletter, LBHTShow.com is how you do it. All right, and then you can vote on it. All right. So I saw this.
You want to win? Yeah. Put Coach in.
That's right. That's right.
Facts.
Yep. That was one of the best quotes. You want to win? Put Booby in.
Put Booby in.
So I bookmarked this. What account was this? I forgot. But Onyx Odds.
It's a great question.
They put this ranking out there for the NBA teams, how they rank historically, and these things always get people hyped up. And I was like, this isn't based on anything than them just putting out something and getting people riled up, right? And we're gonna just take a look at it real quick. Oh no, not that way. Don't want to invite somebody. We're gonna put this in here and just kind of take a glance at it real quick, right? Yes. And we're not gonna spend too much time on it. This is the NBA one, but if you look at it, integral to the history of basketball. Those are the ones you got out there. You got the Celtics, you got the Bulls, Cavs, you got the Warriors, Lakers, Knicks, 76ers, Spurs. All right. Then right under the historic, you got Rockets, Heat, OKC. All right. Had an era. You got the Mavericks, Pacers, Bucks, Suns, Jazz. Had a year or two.
No, they had an era. They just didn't win any
And
titles.
an era of being second.
Had a year or two. The Hawks, the Nuggets, the Blazers, and the Raptors.
Why the Raptors purple?
This is just something put out. Mostly relevant. You had the Timberwolves, Kings, and LOL. I got my Brooklyn Nets disrespectful.
It's true, though.
Hornets,
Yeah.
Pelicans, Grizzlies, Clippers, Magic, and the Wizards.
Of course.
All right. Now this got people hyped up right here. This got people hyped up, and I was just like, huh. Okay. Like they what is it first?
And I was about to say, like, there's like a glaring mistake. But
Talking about Cleveland?
No, well, yeah, but there's actually something worse than that, because I think Cleveland is only up there because of LeBron. Like, that's why they're integral to the league, because of LeBron. That's literally it. Yeah. So like technically they are integral to the league because LeBron.
No, because if Cleveland wasn't a franchise, LeBron would still get drafted.
That's a good point. So that you can take them out. That's a valid point. It's the Detroit Pistons not being integral to the league. The league literally was born at the Pistons owner's house. They were at his table. They built the league there. And then I did more information. Actually, I saw this and I did more information. He actually lent some owners money to keep their franchises running. So Pistons are extremely integral to the league, because if the Pistons didn't exist, the league dies.
There you go.
So that's the glaring mistake. Right. I know we don't want to talk about this a lot. I just want to point that out.
What's up, still, man?
That's a good point, Ferris.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And that's why they do these things. So I said, why not doing one of our own?
Right.
All right. Ooh. Boom. There it is. Now, mind you, I did not place these teams where they are. Okay. Went to Chat GPT and said, just make one, just like the one I just showed you. Okay. And he spat this out, but we're gonna go with this. All right. Our sources say, okay, our analysts, okay, our compiled list of, our composite board came up with this.
Our insight.
And here we go. Integral to the history of football. Packers, okay, Bears,
yes,
Giants,
absolutely,
Cowboys,
no,
I agree.
No.
First,
no.
Put the bias aside first.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah. 49ers.
Yes.
Patriots. They've won a lot. I mean,
yeah, they won a lot.
Raiders. Yeah.
Yes. The Raiders. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Al Davis.
Yes.
Yeah. Historic. You got Washington.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Take the hatred out of DC out of your heart. Take it out. Yes. Joe Gibbs, what he did with 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different running backs, and creating the H back to negate, slow down Lawrence Taylor. That's historic. So get your hate. Take your bias. Take my bias.
We got Baltimore here.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Bruh. Listen, a Super Bowl appearance in their first 5 years of existence. 2 Super Bowls.
Yes, it's absolutely. I'm just trolling. Yes.
Okay. Don't do that.
Yes.
You got the Broncos.
Yes.
Got the Dolphins.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep. Colts.
For bad reasons.
Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, the Colts should actually be integral to the league.
Well, yes. Losing Super Bowl 3. Change the dynamic of the
exactly
NFL.
That, and Johnny Unitas just being Johnny Unitas.
Facts.
The Saints.
I love the Saints.
They had an era.
Yeah.
The Dome Patrol. Then you had Drew Brees.
No, they had the era of the Aints. That's what they had.
That too. That is true.
What about the Eagles? What do y'all feel about the Eagles?
Historic. Okay.
Yes. Back in the 40s and the 50s with Norm von Brocklin, the Flying Dutchman, and
Listen, and then you have the Steagles when the Eagles and the Steelers combined together. So I would put them as historic.
Yes.
Okay. Vikings.
Yeah, the only team to lose 4 Super Bowls. They're historic. 4 straight. Like their
Bullshit.
first four appearances, they
The
lost
Bills?
them all. No, it was Buffalo. No, it was the Vikings.
No, the Bills lost
No.
4 straight.
Right. The Vikings just lost 4.
4 and like they didn't do it in a row. They lost their first 4 appearances, not in a row though. They're 0-4.
Wait a minute. So
No, the Bills lost 4 in a row.
Yeah,
Right,
I know. No, yeah, the Bills lost 4 in a row, but the Vikings were the first to lose 4. Their first 4
Okay.
appearances.
So
They didn't lose them in a row.
So
How's that make them historic?
right?
The Purple
So-
People Eaters,
But
Fran
that's not-
Tarkenton.
those are names. Those are people. That's not a franchise.
That's an error.
So
that's
should
an error.
so with
Bud
that
Grant?
but with that same ration first stop. People don't know who he is. With that same rationale, I know who Bud is. But with that same rationale, shouldn't the Bills be up there in historic as well? For those reasons?
It's true. You can make an argument.
Yeah, and we can look at the Bills. Had a year or two. That's
That's
inaccurate.
a lie.
They had 4
That's a
straight.
lie.
They had 4 straight years. All right.
Had
Had an era. The Chiefs. This is just no. They need to be up at the top.
They need to be up at the top.
They.
Well,
I mean,
Yes, they do. Yes.
The
AFL.
AFC Championship trophy is named after their owner.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like no, they're at the top. All right.
Crazy.
You got the Falcons.
I agree. Nigel.
They had a
No.
they had a
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah,
have
they had an era.
yeah, they had an error.
They had a Michael Vick era.
Chris Chandler era was more prevalent than the Michael Vick era. But
Listen,
Yeah.
Michael. Look, it was
Matt Ryan.
it was longer, but it wasn't more prevalent. Michael Vick.
I mean, Michael Vick himself.
Michael Vick was a game changer. He changed the game. He changed the game for quarterbacks. I'll give him that. They had an era. They had an
All right.
era. Seahawks.
No.
No.
Well, the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve.
But
Largent.
okay, but here's the thing too. Like, what's an era?
Sean Alexander.
3 years? 4 years? What's an era?
For me, an era has to be at least 4 or 5 years.
Well, if we calling the team Legion of Boom, like they had an era.
Yeah, then they have an era. Yes, that's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give them that. The Bucks.
No.
the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Well,
Those Tampa 2 defenses.
Yeah,
okay. I'll take that.
yeah. Then
I'll
they
give them that.
fell off the face of the planet because they started off as a disgrace, and then they
Yeah.
got good, and then yeah, I guess
Yeah, that's why I don't know about Titans.
no,
No.
What was the era?
no,
I guess the Stephen A. Eddie George era.
no. It was like 2 years. That was 2 years.
Yeah, no.
Like no, man, no.
The Rams.
Yeah. Yes.
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 Yeah. Jets should be
No.
Well,
yeah,
no.
Joe.
No. First,
put them in
had a year.
put them in historic because of the importance
they did.
it was for them.
Yeah,
to
because
win.
Super Bowl 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
important for them to win that for us to have the NFL today. So I
Yeah.
put them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
here's
it
the
was
thing. Are they
significant.
historic or do they have historic moment?
Historic. Well, no, it's integral to the part to the history.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm-
it's good to the history. It's
yeah,
like
because if they
you gotta
don't
put
win
them
that, that's
Then
3 in a
we
row
don't
for the
have-
NFL.
We don't have the
And
merger.
the merger doesn't happen. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Okay. So they're at the top. They're at the top. Panthers didn't have an era, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry.
They didn't have an
Sorry,
era.
Brad. Sorry,
No,
Brad.
Sorry.
Sorry, Jay.
No.
Had a year
who
too.
else? Yeah. They had a year or two. They had a year or two.
Mhm.
And then speaking of had a year or two, the Bengals.
They were actually one of the main components of the 80s.
So
They made multiple Super Bowls in the 80s. I guess a year or two, I guess.
they
year or
had
two.
the thing with the Bengals is they had a year or two on separate occasions.
Yes.
That's the thing with the Bengals. So they still
Yeah,
make that work.
Ken Anderson, then Carson afterwards.
And
you know,
you're gonna skip over Boomer.
Oh, Boomer, then Anderson. My bad. Sorry, Boomer.
All right, we got the Bills.
That's
You gotta move them up.
completely
Definitely
incorrect.
higher.
Yes.
Move up.
They
K
got to be
Gun?
either historic or had an era. We don't have to name the names, but like yes, four Super Bowls in a row definitely need to be higher than this.
100%.
All right,
Mhm.
that's disrespectful. A year or two, they had 4. They literally had 4 straight years.
Yeah.
All right, Chargers.
See, they're a little complicated because they're integral to the league in the sense that Sid Luckman, Joe Gibbs, and Don Coryell helped create the forward passing game with them. And Don Coryell elevated in the 80s, where Eric Coryell passing the ball in the sunny San Diego. So it's very integral to the history of football because it showed that you can pass the ball in the NFL and we can pass it with intricacies and the way it is. But they didn't win anything in the 80s. They always came in second to Cincinnati because they'd always have to play in Cincinnati. It'd be cold, and their team wasn't built for the cold.
So we can give them had an era. We can give them
they had an era in the 80s, absolutely.
Okay, we'll give them that.
And then the 2000s with L. Ladanian and Phillip, Antonio,
Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah,
Marty Ball.
Yeah.
All right. Cardinals.
So funny enough about them, they're the oldest NFL team ever.
Yeah.
They started in 1920. They're the oldest team. So
you don't get credit for being old.
That's true. They've won nothing. You're absolutely correct.
So in fact, I would put them down even further because of that.
Yes.
But I mean, that Super Bowl run with Kurt Warner, though, that was
an era. That was a moment.
No. That was a year.
Moment.
They had a year.
That was a year or two. That is true. They did have a year or two. That is true.
And they should have beat the Steelers. They should have won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is
the Browns.
This is disrespectful.
The Browns need to be at the top.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. He created playbooks. Paul Brown.
Didn't he?
He created structured practices.
Mm-hmm.
He created the two-way communication.
Yep.
He created that, and it actually was banned because it was too effective for the Browns. Because only the Browns could figure it out. Because they're like, you can't do that. Can't do that. Now, guess what? They're always like this. What did you say? What? Okay, got it. He created that.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you look at Art Modell. And without Art Modell, we don't have the TV deals that we have now. Like Art Modell played a pivotal role in the NFL becoming what it became today. So for me, Cleveland has to be historic. And if not for anything else, they gave birth to the Baltimore Ravens.
It ain't not historic. They're integral to the history. They're integral to the history.
Aren't they one of the founding members of the NFL?
No, they were part of the AFL. AAF something. So they were dominating that league, and then they came to the NFL, and the NFL commissioner was like, "We're gonna show them how we play football." And week 1 was against Philly, the defending champion.
Beat them
60-0. 60-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're definitely integral to the
actually,
history
if
of
you
football.
look at this, ChatGPT messed up. They got him on here twice. I just noticed that.
Yeah, they LOL.
I mean, but if you think of the different eras of the Cleveland Browns, you definitely get that.
From 1999 to now, that's definitely LOL.
Definitely.
That's definitely LOL.
All right, listen, and the Seahawks are on here twice.
Ooh, ChatGPT
messing up. Caught him. That's right. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Jaguars, you can put them down to LOL.
No.
A year or two.
Maybe a year or two.
No.
Not
are you talking about when they beat the brakes off the Steelers and challenged the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl and they didn't?
No, I'm talking about like with Fred and Mark Brunell when they beat the Broncos and the those early years with Tom Coughlin.
And they didn't make it to a Super Bowl.
Okay, fine. Yeah, mostly irrelevant then.
All right, let's speed through this. Texans had a year or two.
Oh yeah, the Raiders are on there twice as well.
Yeah. Raiders.
Oh yeah, these last two tiers.
The Titans, the Skins.
These are all repeats.
Okay.
These are all repeats pretty much, except for the Lions. The Lions are the only ones. We'll get to that. Oh well, yeah, the Lions too. Lions are here twice. Had a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about the Lions?
Well, they created Thanksgiving football. They were world champions in the 50s, in the 60s.
That's about it.
I got you guys' favorite. I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah. It's on here multiple times.
Yeah.
But listen, when you ask ChatGPT to do something, this is what they're going to give you. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Okay, this is all for fun. All right,
Yes.
This is all for fun. So we pretty much got through all the teams. We got
Yeah.
through all the teams. These last two tiers are kind of repeats because they said
They're all repeats.
You know what ChatGPT said? They can be both.
Yeah.
All right. They said they're integral to, and if you look at it that way,
It's true. It's true.
They're not wrong about these.
Yeah.
they're not
the
wrong.
The Browns are extremely integral to the history of football.
Fact.
That is correct. And since 1999, it is LOL. That is true. So yeah.
Yeah.
The
Outside of the Lions, if you I take the Lions out.
Yeah, Joey, the Bears. The Bears are integral to the history of
100%.
the NFL. Yeah.
George Halas literally helped create the league.
Yeah, he did. So those Indiana Bears, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
the
also
Indiana
saved
fans.
the Green Bay Packers from going bankrupt.
All right.
So it
So
was-
that's
yeah.
that's a little fun we having this morning. I told you we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
2000 Jaguars was legit. So I mean, how what 2000s Jaguars or 2000 like 1 year?
2000.
I think they're like
So a
late.
year, so a year or two.
Yeah.
They had a year or two. Yep.
I mean, they was cool, but
Yeah, Fred Taylor, Mark Brunell, and then they got the David Garrard years.
I mean, you also let Tony
Yep,
Banks.
the Browns were NFL champs. Yeah, before they had the Super Bowl, they
Oh,
had
yeah,
won
they-
championships.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, yeah.
But
But they were
10-time champions.
Yeah, but they were 6-time champs of the other league that existed, the AAFA or whatever the hell they call it. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
No
All right.
world class. The reason the Browns are historic was the guy named Paul Brown is the reason they're historic, because they're called the Browns because of Paul Brown.
Yeah.
That's why they're historic. And also, too, speaking of Paul Brown, he also created the Bengals. So that's why they hate each other.
Yeah.
And they have the same color scheme.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, because he was very upset at being fired by Armando.
Irish sandwich.
Yes.
yeah. It's Byron Leftwich. We're not going to disrespect Byron Leftwich.
He did make one crucial mistake in Cincinnati, Paul Brown. He didn't hire this crazy maverick offensive coordinator named Bill Walsh. He was like, no, you're a little too crazy for me, dog. It's like, all right, I'm going to San Francisco, bro.
And we saw what happened there.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for today. I told y'all we're going to have fun. All right.
Hey,
We
create a
got
face
over
mask.
200 people watching. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe on both channels. We got Lunch Break Hot Take. We got the Road Pod. Also, Good Friends, Better Rivals. That's where you can find Ferris. All right. So subscribe to all three of us. Subscribe to all three. Make our channels grow this off season, man. You guys like I like the turnout.
420 subscribers. We're doing small goals. We wanted 425. So we're 5 away from the first small goal. You know what I mean? The first small goal.
We want
Yeah.
500 for Ferris. 500. You monetize. All right. It's
Right.
time.
Yes. And like Corey says, I need Ferris's football knowledge. If you want it, go over to Good Friends, Better Rivals, and you'll get that knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I watched a lot
Joey.
of NFL films,
Thank you, Joey.
man. A lot of great NFL films, man. The greatest propaganda machine on planet Earth, man. That NFL films, man. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
But all right, listen, we're that much closer to the schedule release, and we're gonna have some fun with that. So stay tuned. And look, we can talk some more media hate towards Lamar Jackson tomorrow, because Lamar Jackson keeps y'all clicking. No, we decided we're gonna do our own. We're gonna do media rankings. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Hey, man.
That's what
Yo,
it is.
that's gonna be cool, man.
And we
That's what
gotta
it
make this trend. Who's with me? We're gonna do media rankings, and we gotta make this trend on Twitter and Facebook and IG and all that stuff. All right, we're gonna do that.
Oh,
If
you know
wanna
what?
Be disrespectful.
Yeah.
We
List
strike back.
all their weaknesses.
Ooh.
Give a scouting report on them. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna work on that.
Thanks.
Coach says he wants in. Okay.
Indeed. And if we also want to talk about failures, don't go see Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, really?
You saw Mortal Kombat?
I saw it yesterday. Don't do it.
Okay. All right.
Ferris, Alabama hater had me dying. Was I hating on Alabama?
Very hate on everything, so I'm believing.
I probably was hating on Alabama.
He hates so much he can't remember.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Trust me, I can find anything. Like even I find stuff about them, and they're my friends. You know what I mean? So I can hate something. You know what I mean?
all right, y'all. We out of
your
here.
mustache.
Y'all have a great day.
What is that?
No,
We'll see you tomorrow.
Story was all over the place. No.